right, guys. So how you doing? Name's good. My name's Jonathan. People call me Johnny. The only one that's allowed to call me by my full name is my mom. Only she's really mad at me. That's it. So my app is a social / meetup app for a couple of people that's part of a community, which is a fighting game community. If you don't know what that is when a bunch of nerds get together and play fighting games, and it's awesome. And people actually make a lot of money out of it if they're really good. And I think the best way to explain it is if I show you this video. Some of you have seen it, but there's a lot of new faces, so let me play this again for you guys. So fun fact, I actually played one of these guys last year and I lost under a minute. So I'm not that good. So I thought to myself, well, I want to get good. So that's what I made this app for, which is called Get Good. So basically, there's a lot of pros and cons in this community. Most of it is that most modern fighting games have online features, which is really convenient if you don't have time to meet up with others. But the best way to learn how to get better at it is to play with people in person, where when you lose, they can tell you, hey, this is what you did wrong. While online, you just get mad at it and you don't want to play anymore. So I've done a lot of interviews and talked to people, and there are local events on Facebook, Twitter that you can look up, and I use as my competitive analysis. And they mostly said that I don't want to leave my house, and that's bad. So I want to play that. So, I want to change that. So attendance is low when it comes to people meeting up with strangers to play. There's lack of setups, participants, bad tournament organizing. So I want to develop an app that will help people get together and play together, learn how to, socialize and get better at it. So my persona is a person he calls himself Plup. People use like online handles, and he wants to meet up with new players and get to match up with their similar skill set and get better at the game together. Because it's more fun to play someone that you're kind of close to rather than someone that's way better than you or someone that's way worse than you at the game. So here's my sketches, low fidelity, a lot of concept I had to throw out. Mid fidelity screens is I consider more ambitious because I decided to trim down to make it more easier and digestible. And here's the mood board. It kind of gives off the vibe of about the app itself. So here's the prototype link itself. So here's the app, and the first thing you want to do is sign in. Then you decide to put your location because you want to play people you want to meet up. South Florida. And then you customize your profile, you put your handle, your picture, link up your social media and gaming platforms so you can connect with them later online. And then you decide which games you want to get better at. So you pick, I'll pick the first 3. And then there's a rating system of how good you think you are at the game itself. Like this one, I'm not good at this one. This one I'm okay. This one I'm very confident in, so I'm gonna put that on. There we go. And then within each game, there's particular characters that you could be that you like to play the most. So you get to pick them. I'll pick Luigi because Luigi's my homeboy. Everyone likes Luigi. Then you could add a different one if you like. If not, you could take it off. But most people like to play with 3. from my studies. And then for the sake of time, I already put everything for all the other games. And then here's the home feed. You can look up different posts from people that are exclusively in South Florida. If you like, and if you're a traveler and you want to meet up with different people in different locations, you can look it up and then favorite them for future reference. And then here's the feed. Here's the profile. In the profile, you could have your own information that you set up earlier, and people could also see what games that you play and what characters that you like to play, and also the events that you are going to, and they could also join you in that event as well. And then, if you want to create your own event, here's the list. And these are some that other people made. You want to make your own, you could do that. Here's the information that you could put in. You can set up the map on Google, description of the event, the time, the venue fee if there is one. Some events are weekly, so you could constantly get push notifications every week to remind you that there's an event there you could go. The date, and the most important part is parking. That's a thing, and people don't think about it. It's a hassle. So it's great to write description like, oh, don't park here. People get told here all the time. And that's more or less the and then here this is the event that you just created, and people could look at it, participate, click to join, and then it'll send them notifications when the time is coming up for you to go and play together and meet new friends and get better at the game. So there you go. That's the app.